Lightness gives me the opportunity to smoke us some weed and get the drink.
This one is. Oh, what? Wow, it's hard to tell now. It was like, I think it's like 4 seconds, 6 seconds ahead or behind the one on my front that I see. How do I adjust the lighting?
Look into the infinite void.
Fuck this. Fuck.
There we go.
Hi.
That's a foul.
He's cooked.
Do it again. Shoot it again. Go, white boy. Go, white boy. Go. What?
Did you make it? No.
No. There we go. Let's go. Yep. I'm wearing the same jersey
Nice.
as them. I didn't know they were gonna wear it, but I was just like, you know what? I got a feeling. The day forgot what day it is.
Maybe back in 2 minutes.
Okay. God. Oh, we're that kind of announcers. Oh. Did not answer phone. Gets on Skype.
Well, hello.
Hey. Hey, there we go. Okay, how do I make this like here? Can I make it not so bright? Adjust the light. There you go. Hey.
Hey.
There, you can watch just that screen instead of me. Jake went to get a drink or something. I forget. That was like minutes ago. Or a minute ago. I don't know. I wasn't paying attention.
He's
There's a
been
gamer.
gone.
He
left here minutes ago.
He's out of here.
I got my Dutch Bros again today.
I didn't
See that?
even take 2 minutes.
Dude, I've
to
been
come
drinking
back.
a lot more Dutch Bros like in the last couple of weeks than I have in most of my lifetime.
Yeah.
Mostly because I'm just so tired all the time now.
Yeah.
With as much stuff as I've got
hell?
going on.
What the hell?
Like I'm just exhausted all
Here
like
comes the dunk.
There we go.
Watch Dante. He's like, hey, I'm gonna dunk on your bitch ass. And then he did.
ain't wrong.
Number one. He is number one.
Okay. So I don't think either of you have ever heard of this because it's fairly new. And why either of you would know about this, I don't know why. But
But keep talking about it and make
I'm going
us
to keep
feel like
talking
shit.
about it. I'm going to keep talking about it. I'm not going to actually tell you what it is. I'm just going to continue explaining why you guys wouldn't know what it is.
It's a Polynesian thing.
Yeah. Actually, so in Orlando, Florida, every October.
I'm not gonna tell you. All right. So here's what it is.
So here's what it is.
I don't understand in Florida. You're right.
I guess I shouldn't say every because it's only they tried getting it off the ground before COVID.
Is it
But
a
then-
rocket?
No.
Oh.
It's an event.
Oh.
And
Is it a
they tried
liftoff?
doing it before COVID.
Get it off the ground. Sorry.
No, that's the other. That's what. Wait, what is that bay? Isn't it like JFK Bay or something like that?
Tampa.
In Florida where they do the rockets?
Tampa?
It's Tampa.
Is it in Tampa?
No.
No, it's
You know I'm talking, but it is in Florida, isn't it? Because like
Hang on.
mission control.
Titusville.
Where did-
Because
where
that's
did
where
your, cousins
Ono's
move to
father
Florida?
lives.
Mm.
Dude, we used to play Call of Duty with.
Oh,
Well,
okay.
that's close to. Where's the place that they do the rockets?
Houston.
Cape Canaveral.
Cape, there it is.
Yeah, that is Cape
That's the
Canaveral.
one.
Thank you,
I
sir.
came up with it by myself. She didn't help me. Actually.
All alone.
Nobody helped you.
No helps whatsoever.
Nobody helped me.
But so anyways, in Orlando, there's this event called Animal Con. It's like
It's
this
a furry
giant like wildlife biology like
And
convention.
they try to trick animals. That's what an
Yeah.
animal con is.
Yes.
Why are you wearing a husky jersey?
I'm not.
It's very purple.
It's blue.
It's very purpley. Very purpley from here. Okay.
Yeah.
Wentz scored 4 touchdowns.
But I was looking at tickets, right? So I was like, if I'm gonna go to this thing in Orlando, I'll pay the extra money for the premium pass that gets me into all the events and all the after parties.
Yeah.
Premium pass.
$500. I'm like, you know what? I think that would be worth it for this experience. No, the resort they hold it at, to stay in it for 4 nights is going to cost $760. And I was like, yeah, looks like I'm not going to Orlando for this event because that's $1,250, not including getting there and
That's
eating for 4 days.
$1,250 for you non-math majors that couldn't figure out 750 plus 5.
Yes. Took me a second. I had to count on my fingers.
I was coincidentally, I was looking at, we're watching college basketball. I was like, man, I wonder how much, because I was watching this whole deal about like, oh, cheap places to stay in Vegas. It was like the D is actually like one of the places that's super cheap, and you get to use the Circa pool.
Yeah.
I was like, oh,
Nothing like some cheap D, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and I
ladies?
was like, I mean, that's perfect for me because all I'd want to do is sports gamble anyway.
Well, if you can get to the pool at Circa, dude, that's fucking where it's at. Because have you seen that place?
I've seen it. I've only seen it in pictures.
The screens that they have at that place are huge. You would get to watch every game.
Is the Circa, is that the place that you guys went to the day after I left, Robin?
I don't remember.
Because you guys were going to some huge sports betting place.
Probably, yeah.
But you guys went the day after.
It's brand new.
Mm-hmm.
That's water that I'm drinking.
Well, aren't Brian and Trevor sports bettors?
No.
Oh,
Brian,
you guys just went to win?
Brian doesn't know sports.
He don't know sports, and everybody
I'm the sports
knows.
Better.
You make the sports better?
I think the sport Brian knows most about is like the
downhill
France.
Downhill slalom.
Yeah, like, and that's racing, and that's not the same as sports.
Mm-hmm.
Downhill slalom.
Yeah, I was doing some skiing in Vegas, but it was not downhill.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it was going downhill.
I was hitting the slopes.
Well, it was going down.
Remember when that guy stopped us and I was talking to him for a while, and then I was like, man, your prices are too expensive. I'm out of here.
Yeah.
I was like, yo, you got any cocaine? He's like, hey, you guys looking to party? I'm like, I'm always looking to party. He's like, what are you guys into? I'm like, cocaines. And
multiple kinds.
And he literally shows me some. And I was like, how much you want for that? And I can't remember what he says. And I was like, that's outrageous. I'm out of here.
A reasonable price.
Because we were literally walking. And we're like, Dave, catch up. Come on. And you're like, I heard the whole thing though.
Yeah.
I'm buying cocaine.
Fucking Fatty is going to Vegas. She's either there now or on her way.
Oh, for the whale convention?
Yeah, no. Her and her mom and sister had planned a Vegas trip, not realizing the Super Bowl is this weekend in Vegas.
Oh.
I was like, I texted her today. I was like,
expensive.
I just realized you are going to be at the busiest fucking weekend of the year. She's like, yeah, we didn't know that when we planned our trip. We just planned our trip. And I was like, well, good luck.
Yeah, that's what happens when you get fatty brain disease.
Yeah, I think that's
enjoy doing nothing while you're there.
Mm-hmm.
Because the world's most expensive city is now the world's most expensive city with the old
lighting better. Check.
Like I saw that all the PJ places for private jets are reserved.
They're very full. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Dana White was on Pat McAfee talking about that. He was like, we got to do something about these airports. Like, there's not enough places to park these planes. Somebody either needs to build another private airport or just build a whole new airport. He's like, we got all this desert. Fucking figure it out.
That's what I said. So figure it out.
Figure it out.
Yeah, exactly.
What channel is this game on? Is it on Fox or is it?
FS is 1.
All right.
The C Swan.
This is 1.
This is one.
This is one.
This is 1.
I was trying to play Warzone earlier.
Yeah.
And I got around it, and that's why I tried to log in at exactly 7:30. I was like, oh shit, it's exactly 7:30. But yeah, I was like, how do I find a fucking radio tower? Where
Fuck that fucking nerdlinger. Oh yeah, you can actually see them. You just look. They're big radio towers. Like look not on the map. Not on the map. No.
Just look
You
around.
just see them. They're like giant cell phone towers. You gotta climb up. There's 2 sets of ladders. You gotta climb all the way to the top, and they'll be like hit X to upload, and it'll bloop, bloop, bloop,
all the way up,
bloop, and then it'll be like bloop, completed, and you're like, all right, cool. That's not a foul.
That's a technical foul.
That's a technical.
It's not a foul. Even Rigsby's like, what? That's look at this fucking nerdlinger. Oh, class of 1970.
I guess you need him in the back of the head, and that's what they called.
Well,
yeah, you can't do that.
Can you imagine being the Huskies and losing to Washington State and then Oregon in back-to-back games?
I hope it happens.
It will.
Mm-hmm. Have you guys seen any of that Russian wrestling basketball?
Yeah. Shit's wild.
Mm-hmm.
I like it. I like that they have to take off their shirt before they suplex you.
Tarps off, boys.
I want to go to that place that Jake was at the other day, like the trampoline basketballs.
Yeah, well, I was just a Defy trampoline park, and they had a full court trampoline basketball court in there, and I was like, man,
watch this play. This is such a good play. He's like, pump fake. All right, I'm gonna knee you in the fucking head, dipshit. What a loser.
Loser. This guy's got a fucking dork haircut too.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I'm gonna save it. I just remembered something I was gonna tell Dave. I'll wait for another 15 to 20 minutes.
How explain to me how they have 2 fouls?
Who?
The Fuskies.
Because they played terrible defense. So like they just haven't been close to anybody really.
Oh, they just don't foul because they're not near anybody. They're not in position to defend.
Got one, and it was a flagrant because the dude was like, "I'm gonna just try to kill Jackson Shellstad," and almost did, and then argued about it, and then I don't remember the other one. Who was the other foul on?
What is it, 3-2?
Dude, these AIs are getting crazy.
I know. Is that the Harley Quinn one? Yeah, I saw that earlier. Because if
like,
you scroll through all of those, there's one where she's like
naked,
bottomless, and they're like, "How did that get approved?"
Also, like, why does it look like that?
Mm-hmm. Well,
I'm scrolling.
That's the real Uncanny Valley.
Not there.
Sure is. Splash.
Splish splash. We were playing defense.
Cruising Nobles in the corner.
Turnover by the fucking Fuskies. We're gonna shoot a 3 cola. Let's go. Hey, you go this way. Rotate the ball back. 3, bang.
Seen it. Hey, they got 10 turnovers. That's not very good.
No, it was funny because at the start they were like, well, the Fuskies have been doing a really good job of not turning the ball over and blah, blah, blah. And I was like, yeah, we'll see.
Suddenly,
10-4. Yeah.
Ducks with 17 points off turnovers.
Let's go. Look at all those people wearing those beanies. Man, I'd be wearing those sunglasses if I got sunglasses.
I'd be wearing both.
Yeah, you would, but I would not wear the beanie. It's too hot.
I'm a beanie guy.
I know.
I'm beanie man.
I only wear beanies if I'm in the snow.
Yeah, I've only ever seen you. I've only ever seen you wearing your hunter's cap when it's cold.
No, you've seen. I have one that I like to wear. Here, I'll grab it real quick since we're watching basketball. I think it's right here. Yeah.
Rebound the fucking ball.
It's and you'll remember it when I put it on. Well, maybe. It's that one that says Delta Uniform Kilo Charlie.
Oh,
Hold on.
yeah.
Yeah. You can't see it because the TV is like, oh, there it is. Here.
Let's
That
go. Put it in, big man.
Throw it down one time. Where's Bill Walton?
My dad was, the Chiefs were playing the Ravens for the AFC Championship.
Uh-huh.
And he was driving back from Monroe. And he's like, what's going on in the Chiefs game? And so I just started calling the action. And he's like, when
That's a foul.
he's like, from now on, I may just call you instead of listening to Romo.
Yeah, that's a foul.
I'll just have you call the game for me.
That's probably better. I mean, not that you want to necessarily, but
it would be fun for like 2 or 3 weeks.
Yeah.
Then I'd be exhausted. I wouldn't want to watch any more fucking Chiefs games.
Well, there's only one more left this year, so.
That's true.
Who are the chefs?
Who are the chefs? Ducks by 9. Let's go. In the beautiful Willamette Valley.
Where is Bill Walton?
North America's Mesopotamia. Welcome to the Willamette Valley.
Fucking Bill Walton's. Yeah.
I wish I can do mushrooms and go commentate sports.
It's pretty fun.
You could.
I mean, I've done both, not at the
wrong.
same time.
Yeah.
You gotta do it at the same time, or it's not real.
This is a commercial. And we're back.
And we're back. We've got pretzels.
You got
churros.
In here. Did you see
cookies?
Dave, did you see that the promo for Ifs, the Ryan Reynolds movie with John Krasinski directing?
With John Krasinski?
Yeah.
Yes, I saw the beginning of it. I didn't watch the whole thing.
That was really all you needed to see.
Yeah, I just saw that. I laughed.
Joke. Yeah.
Yeah, I laughed and then scrolled.
Right.
And I was like, I don't need to see the trailer for this movie.
That's fair.
I saw what I came here for.
The joke.
You know what bothers me?
Sometimes.
When people move my shit, I don't want it moved.
This is like the third week in a row of you mentioning that.
This is the third week in a row people have moved my shit.
Yeah. First week it was a remote. Last week it was like a bobblehead or something.
It's my bobbleheads again.
Oh, no.
And there are notes. There are specific notes. This will just say, "Don't touch Jake's shit."
Well, hey.
Surprise, motherfucker! I've been sneaking up to Washington and breaking into your house.
Right?
Rearranging shit.
We've just been slightly. It's like that. Brooklyn 9 or Brooklyn whatever, with the comedy cop show.
Brooklyn Nine-Nine.
Yeah, Brooklyn Nine-Nine.
I knew the whole time I was just watching you twist.
I used waiting for me to find the numbers.
Yep. I was thinking you were gonna say Brooklyn 9/11, and
yeah,
like, oh, that's not it.
Yep, that's almost what I said, and I was like, wrong one. Where they moved the Captain Holt's desk, his podium an inch to the left.
I haven't seen that one.
Oh,
that's funny though.
They're trying to he's trying to think of pranks to do on Captain Holt, and he's like, all right, I'm gonna move his podium an inch to the left.
Jake was not ready for the ding.
I said it. I thought that the though would protect me. Didn't.
It did not.
Did not.
It did not protect me in the way that I was hoping.
The though was unprotected. Imagine my surprise when the bell dinged and I was caught unaware.
Caught off guard by the ding.
Caught off guard by the ding.
Oh man.
I still, one of my favorite things, I mean everything he said is my favorite thing he ever said, but like,
right?
He's like, I like sports. Wait, no, I don't, man. What the fuck?
Dude, this whole Fusky team, each player is like a caricature on the court. You got the guy
with the glasses.
You get the we could start there with the fucking 70s guy. Like he looks like he's trying to be the Trailblazers mascot from the late 70s.
Fucking Mike Awesome out here, that 70s guy.
And then
oh, nice up and under.
And then you've got the fucking slightly overweight dude in the long sleeve t-shirt with a jersey over it, like playing like he's at City League.
Fucking YMCA Jones over here.
You get the two white dudes, because why wouldn't you? And then they've got one guy who scores all the points, but he's not scoring today because he's getting defended.
Mm-hmm. You don't score until you score.
Hey, that's a foul. Fucking that guy's got a beard, a bowl cut, and goggles. He looks like an autistic kid I played against in high school.
It's the autistic trifecta.
Dude, there was this kid that I went to school with, and like he could shoot. Like to his credit, he could shoot when he was open. And so he went to my school for a little while, and he's like, I'm gonna play basketball on the team. I'm like, dude, you're gonna get your shit wrecked. I'm like, you're fucking soft. Okay, you're not doing it. He's like, I'm gonna play. And so like he ended up not playing with our team. He went to another school, and then we played against him, and we fucking wrecked his shit the whole time. Because I'm like, oh, this guy's gonna try to pull up from the elbow here, and I just
now
all of a sudden he couldn't see the hoop, and his weird little math focus didn't work.
His game was over. Now he's third in line of chain of command at a Big O Tires. So
yeah, probably.
It's
out of bounds, big man.
Nothing like those right. big O Tires chains of command.
Oh, you look like every other dude who plays basketball.
What? That's our ball. Yeah, you can't do that.
You can't step on the line.
Don't let him. He's like,
put on the line, boy.
And the ref's like, hey, I can see that.
He's like, I saw you doing it.
The coach was like, hey, you didn't see that. The ref's like, no, I was like right there.
He puts his hand in his face like Jake.
Wait, what are they reviewing? Are they reviewing if he's an asshole?
I like how Oregon State has 3 wins and one of them is against Arizona.
Yeah, that's wild. Meanwhile, LeBron is like, I'm going to retire when Bronny comes to the league. I'm going to play one more year. And his team is 3-9 in league.
And Bronny is off every board everywhere.
He is not doing well. Well, almost dying in the summer probably didn't help.
Yeah, there's other things. I guess he didn't step on the line. Fucking stupid assholes.
Guess they're not marking it 0.
Well, they're gonna mark it 0 because they're not gonna score here. I'm gonna dribble over here. Oh, here comes a big fat guy.
So, do we need to keep Dana? Like, is he our guy?
No,
he's not our guy anymore.
I'm ready to move on. In the same way that Pete Carroll is a fantastic coach, but the method of the game has moved on from the way he prefers. I feel the method of college basketball and college sports in general has changed. Bailey put it really well. He's like, you need guys who are in the system for 4 years to be successful.
In the system, yeah.
Yeah, and like guys, and you need a guy like Jackson Shellstad. And I don't think there's another point guard coming from West Lynn in 3-4 years who's gonna be exactly like Jackson Shellstad, right. And NBA quality point guard. So, like, when was the last time there was a starting NBA point guard who played 4 years in college?
I don't know those stats. I mean, but
I mean, it's kind of unheard of.
Most of the high draft picks go in the first year or two. Like they leave after freshman or sophomore year.
Yeah. But so it's a little interesting. But yeah, I think we need a guy who's big on culture. Like a Jay Wright kind of guy.
Yeah.
Who you can get 8 new dudes to buy into your shit for 1 year. Right. And it's easy to learn, hard to master shit. So by the end of the season, you guys are awesome, but you're not completely lost for the first month of the year.
Yeah.
All right, we got halftime.
Yeah, what Oregon needs is a guy to come in who understands that because of the Oregon brand, you're going to get a lot of guys that are going to be one and done. Like that's just how it's going to be. But you also need to understand that you could still recruit those guys. Like
Right.
Dana still does that, but then he it's almost like he's like confused that they left after only 2. This isn't Creighton.
Right.
You're getting those 5-star guys, 4-star guys. They're just gonna leave because they can make millions more.
It's like I don't know why Ball didn't want to play, another year here at Oregon instead of go be playing for the Raptors, but
right,
as his choice, I guess.
But we'll see if they figure out the NIL thing for basketball, because that's what we need to catch up with now.
Well, the first thing they need to do is improve the game day experience for men's basketball.
I mean, it wouldn't hurt.
Because it's pretty shitty right now. It's pretty boring. It's pretty bad. And like, I hate in arena DJs, and they don't do anything, and there's no promotions, and shit's dumb, and there's no food, and there's nothing going on in the concourse.
Food's pretty good, I thought. The last couple times I've went, it's been not very expensive and good.
Maybe it's because I went to a game against Montana. All they had that was open was like the duck dogs and popcorn stand. So it's like, I'm like, okay, well, whatever. But all right, man.
Hey, these people.
Are you ready for Good Ass Show?
Yeah.
Yes.
On the button.
All right, here we are. We're back again.
3 guys, 1 cup.
It's another episode of my show, and you might mistake him for an interrupting cow. It's Dave.
Moo. Right on time.
Nailed it. You gonna keep drinking your drink, or you gonna?
It's good. I was just thinking about Dutch Bros and the downfall of Dutch Bros, but also I'm a grown man now, so there's a lot more dudes working at Dutch Bros these days.
I say the downfall of Dutch Bros was the fact that we got older and didn't want to get diabetes every time we got coffee.
I feel the beatus moving its way into my fetus, if you know what I'm saying.
Yeah, you're about to lose one of them.
Yep. Chop them off. Speaking of chopping off feet, it's Robin.
Tank top, no feet. Yeah. Goddamn right.
Feet.
Yeah. I had a joke I thought of earlier. Okay, I'm watching this TikTok, and it's an Asian dude with an Australian accent telling jokes to a redhead chick with an Australian accent. And the Asian dude goes, "What does Ginger call it when she gets a phone call on Saturday night?" And I go, "A wrong number." And he goes, "A wrong number." And I was like, "Ha!" And I was like, "Wait, I got an idea. Dave, what does an Asian say when he finds his dick?"
What?
See, I knew it. They don't know either.
They don't know either.
Anyway, bringing it back around, it's the guy I thought was wearing purple. Turns out it's just a Pokai jersey. The hoop snake known as Jake.
Touching tips.
It's me. It's one take.
Oh, you gotta lower it. You can't see you touch the tips. There you go. Touch the tips.
Back in the saddle again. You know I wouldn't sit down in a purple football jersey. The only time I have ever worn a purple football jersey.
And the Jake means ever. Oh, no.
Ever was I was playing flag football, and they were the jerseys that they handed out, and I'm like, "Are we seriously purple?" And they're like, "Yeah." And I managed to not remember to bring it most weeks. But yeah, we got some stuff to talk about this week. There's some basketball we're currently watching. It's basketball I've been coaching and actually having quite a bit of fun with it. So we'll get into that a little bit later. But Robin, you said you had something for us.
Oh, that was it. That was
I
my.
think it's a joke.
I wrote down
I
some
thought you had
things.
I thought you had
I got
questions.
notes. Like I did you guys see the Drake video?
No.
Oh,
I have not. I saw
God.
a meme that said it was someone staring off into the distance and said Toby Keith in heaven watching people freak
Oh
out
yeah,
about
that
the.
was the other thing.
Yeah,
Toby
that's
Keith died, and then there's a
yeah.
video of Drake just beating his meat.
Is that what it was?
That's pretty much what it was.
Because I saw a Drake meme and it was like it was a picture. It was just like someone holding a churro, and I'm like,
Yeah, that would fit. Yeah.
Hmm.
and I'm like,
Did I send it to you on? I don't remember where I sent. I sent a picture.
so for those who don't know, self included, fill us in on this whole story. Drake was
Well,
caught
it got leaked
whipping
that
his
there was
schlong
there's
out.
an alleged Drake video out there, and people are like, "What?" And then nobody wanted to post it, and then I'm like, "Well, I don't really want to look," but I was just scrolling through Twitter, and somebody's like, "Has anybody seen this alleged Drake video?" And of course, it's in the comments, and I was like, "Oh, he's just sitting there with his fucking anaconda, like little baby arm,
Good for him.
having a hand job there." Yay!
Is it still called having a hand job if you're doing it yourself?
And he's working out the details. I don't know.
Well, I mean, he's getting paid, so it is a job.
I don't know.
Wait, I feel Drake bars coming on. It's like,
Oh God.
sitting back, giving self a hand job. I'm still getting
I mean,
paid.
okay, somebody made an orange peel version, and that is pretty accurate of what the video is. He's got like his phone in front of his face like this, but
Definitely holding on to the donger.
Legs are splayed that way.
It was weird.
Beats off like that. That's weird.
Well, somebody who's doing it on video for somebody else who wants to watch. And
Yeah.
I feel like no one was on the
theoretically-
other end of that line. It was just Drake.
On the hotline bling.
Yeah, he was just
know
doing
when
it so he
the
could watch it
hotline
again
bling-
later.
More of a hotline wank.
You
Yeah.
watching me beat my meat.
He's probably in front of a mirror.
I know when the hotline bling. You can see my balls and ass. I don't
Well
know.
done, Jake.
Probably
Yeah.
could. Like I saw it long enough to see. I'm like, all right, I've seen enough. Here's another picture that's also funny. Oh, and my favorite part is like I can post this on YouTube because those were definitely non-pornographic video or images.
Yeah, but they're just the implication.
The orange peel one though, like who took the time to make their orange peel look like that?
People have, with the amount of time and energy that we spend on fucking Twitter and TikTok, we could probably solve something.
Probably could.
Mhm. Oh, I saw that. I did see something cool on the interwebs. Apparently,
what'd you see?
Honda and GM are teaming up to make a hydrogen-powered engine.
Didn't we talk about that?
I don't think we talked about it last week because I just saw it like a couple of days ago.
Wait, did Dave or Jake and I talk about it?
We may have just talked about it.
I definitely
Mhm.
talked with somebody about it. And
I think we
Jake
talked
and-
about it on the old Tiki Talkie.
Oh,
That
okay.
could be it,
Because
yeah.
because I saw that and I was like, wow, two corporations. I wonder who the government's going to kill.
Right? Well, one's not in our country.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Someone's dying because of this engine being created.
I don't know
You
why.
said
I'm
it's
looking.
GM and Honda?
Yeah.
Oh, Honda's here. We got Honda plants all over these great United States of America. They make our lawnmowers.
Wait, why is Dana Altman talking about Hondas?
Gosh, let me tell you about what I got me a Honda lawnmower, and it's a little bit of Bill Clinton right now.
And the thing is
Very
about
good.
Honda, the reason why we call it Honda, because there's so many plants here in the U.S. If there wasn't, it would be Honda.
That was the Asian Dave making that joke.
No, that was White Dave making that joke.
Oh no!
Oh no!
Oh shit! I gotta
Well-
bleep that. Let me write that. down. I can't have
White
that
Dave
out
does
there.
that. Yeah, we can't.
Yeah, you gotta
It's
watch
not
out when
funny.
White Dave does that.
Oh, speaking of white people doing Asian shit, I made lumpia this week.
I saw that. You sent me the video. It looked disgusting and probably terrible.
Fine.
No, it looked good, man.
No, like the first one I definitely burned. I was first few I definitely burned. I'm like, well, that's too long.
Mm-hmm.
And so yeah, there's like you got to find
Are we still
the
talking
balance.
about Drake?
Yeah.
Oh, never.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Drake was eating some lumpia.
Yeah, it was all black and crusty on the end, and like
Yeah.
I realized I left it in too long.
It's way too big.
I
Like he doesn't need that much lumpia.
So I tried to pull it apart.
Yeah, save some lumpia for the rest of us.
So yeah,
had hot sauce on it.
Yeah.
But yeah, after a while, because my neighbor's like, hey, I have this this lady who makes these little. I'm like, is that lumpia? He's like, yeah. I'm like, you got a little Filipino lady who works with you. He's like, yeah. Like, all right, yeah, give me that lumpia. I can figure it out. I can make that.
Yeah.
So yeah, now I know how to do it.
Nice. Well, you know how to fry it.
Yeah, I know how to. I don't know how. Yeah, if you give me the things, I can put them in oil.
Yeah, dude, I am 30. How fucking old am I now?
36.
37. I'm 37 years old, and I don't know. Like,
wait, I'm the youngest.
Yeah.
Huh. I thought I was older than you.
I think I turned 38 this year.
Oh, that's weird.
Where year were you born? 86.
86. So I think it'd be 38.
Yeah.
Because I'm 36.
That's weird. I've hit the point where I forget how old I am. Last year, Robin called me on my birthday to remind me it was my birthday.
I did. So,
oh yeah, weren't we trying to plan something?
There was something we were planning, but we're so old we forgot.
Yeah.
Huh.
Were we like going to go to the coast or something?
I thought you guys were maybe coming down here.
I thought we were all like going somewhere.
Something going.
Wait, no.
on.
Robin has called me multiple times on my birthday to tell me it was my birthday. Because
shut up, Dave, we're not talking about that.
The last time was
what were we doing on our birthday, or like the weekend between our birthday? Isn't there like some sort of festival or something?
See, I thought that's what we talked about, like maybe like a Bigfoot festival or some shit. Yeah, I don't know. As it gets closer, we'll maybe remember.
Yeah, I bet you it'll come back around, and we'll be like, oh yeah, we're gonna go do that thing.
Yeah, it'll be like, oh, now it's too late to get any tickets.
Oh no, I've gone too far.
Yeah. I did actually put a note. I've gotten so much better at putting notes into my phone when I think of things. Like I put a note for our Golden Globes party in Eugene next year.
Yeah.
Just so that, and I put a reminder for like a month, like 6 months ahead or something like that.
That's gonna be fun.
Mm-hmm.
I have Golden Globes drinking game and my 2024 grievances. And then my Pat McAfee $500 winner thing that I just copy and paste now.
Yeah. Like, I need to get started on my grievances. I definitely have a couple already.
Yeah. You should.
Yeah, it's like, it's just these people be pissing me off, man. Oh, God, I know what I have to talk about.
What's that?
Car accidents.
Oh, yeah. That was a wild day.
Wild week.
You got into a car accident?
Not just him.
So Monday, Jen gets rear-ended by a dump truck. And then
like early in the morning.
Yeah, like early in the morning. Or I'm sorry, that was Tuesday. And then Friday, she gets T-boned and like totals a car. It's sitting down in visitor parking right now. It's undrivable. Front axle is sitting like that. And so that happened. And then that night we're like, all right, let's go get some dinner. Let's hang out and let's chill. And then we get into another car accident. I T-bone a guy. So she was in 2 accidents in one day.
Is everyone okay?
Everyone's fine.
Good. Now I can make my joke. Ass to ass and 2 steaks in a week.
Yeah, dude. And like
rear-ended by a dump truck and 2 T-bones. Ass to ass and 2 steaks.
It just honestly, and we're at fault in none of them.
Yeah.
We're just driving around getting hit by people.
I guess so, man.
The universe was trying to tell you stay your fucking ass home, and you're like, no, we're just gonna keep driving.
The universe was trying to tell you, no, we got food at home.
Well, after you're concussed, and you're the primary one who makes the food, and I didn't know how to make fucking what we wanted.
Nope.
So
well, I mean, and honestly though, after the first accident, you're probably like, shit, all right, let's go. After the
Let's go.
second accident, you're probably like, there's no way, right?
yeah.
Like, no way, like, not a chance, right? Nope. Psych.
So the one I was involved in, I can speak to. I was in the right hand lane. In it's a 5-lane road, 2 lanes on each side and a middle lane. So we're coming to an intersection with a side road that has a stop sign, but no right of way. Guy in the middle. There's a guy in the middle lane, who I at current have no idea is sitting in the middle lane. The left-hand lane has come to a stop because there's a red light and traffic has stopped. There's enough space to travel through in that case. So I'm headed up in the right-hand lane. 3 car lengths ahead, I see a car start to drift out, and I'm like, oh shit, I need to slow down a little sooner than I thought at this red light. And as soon as I think that, this dude decides he's going to shoot the gap and try to cut in and beat traffic. At which point I hit him pretty much square in half with my 6,000-pound Suburban. He was in a Ford Ranger, and that thing is
Ford
Dunzo.
Yeah.
Ford fucking Ranger.
It was a
How
Ford
many
Ranger.
new cars are you getting out of this week?
Well, we're
6.
the deal, like, she's gonna get a new car. We're just mostly gonna, like, we have a lawyer at current for all of the personal injury business, but property damage we have to do on our own. So there's a lot of work. There's a lot of hills left to climb.
Yikes.
But so
all I was thinking was like, that's the theme song of the Jeffersons.
And like the funniest part too is, like, right after all that, we're still, like, I'm still going to get the Italian food from the fucking restaurant. And so I walk in, and, like, all I can do is smile, right? Like,
what, no fucking ziti?
Dude,
Sorry.
I didn't get no
too.
fucking meatballs. All right, I ordered the family style spaghetti and meatballs, and
you just
they
got
didn't
the family
give me the
style
meatballs.
spaghetti.
Yeah, and it had meat sauce, which, fine. But the lady, she's like, I called him up. I'm like, hey, you guys forgot my meatballs, and, like, I wouldn't complain normally, but it was like an $8 upgrade on this family style thing. So, like, can you refund me the charge of my meatballs? They're like, well, do you want to come get it? I'm like, fuck no. I do not want to get in the car again.
Yeah.
You should have said, no, do you want to bring them here?
Right?
I was like,
fucking Jesus.
Yeah, I was like, no, just give me my $8 back. So they eventually did, but
actually no, because you asked that, give me all my money back.
Like, I'm gonna eat the spaghetti in silence and free.
For the price of on the house.
On the house.
Yeah.
Like, I'm having one of those days where you should be giving me this shit.
For sure.
In my head, I heard Samuel L. Jackson be like, car wreck! Heard of it?
Car wreck, motherfucker! I've been in 2 of them bitches. I was in car wreck 2.
They T-boned me.
Marvels? The Marvels?
No.
It's on Disney Plus.
Yeah, I still haven't watched it.
Is it
I
good?
watched it. I watched it in the theater.
Well, tell us all about it, because I'm not going to see it.
You should. It's good. It's like, I felt like it was it's way better than Echo.
Okay.
I didn't have to read once.
Ow.
Yeah, take that, fuckers.
I almost did it 3 weeks in a row. Did my Echo, I'm gonna fight you, Daredevil.
I could feel it coming.
Yeah, I was like,
I could legitimately feel it coming.
That reminds me also, I started watching Daredevil again, because I'd made it through the first episode before, and I'll come back to Marvels here in a second, but, like, I'd made it through the first episode finally, because I was like, I just got to make it through this. And then I started in the second episode, I was like, that fucking Rosario Dawson? That can't be. Yeah, It is. I'll be damned.
Yep.
And then after that episode, I was like, I'm so tired, but I want to watch more. And then I just went to sleep anyway. But I will continue Daredevil now. And it's suddenly better than that first episode was just.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Marvels, like, I don't know if you've watched. You probably haven't watched Miss Marvel.
No.
But again, like it's this whole connected universe. Like if you like the Marvel stuff, you'll like this show. It's definitely better than like Eternals, which has like zero connectivity to the rest of the universe.
Although they leave a giant hand in the middle of the ocean that somehow never
it's
gets
just
mentioned
magically
ever
gone,
again.
never, mentioned
Yeah.
again. Okay, and
What do you
the
mean a
Marvel,
giant hand?
At the end of Eternals, like a celestial like dies and his hand is like hanging out of the ocean, and it just is stuck that way,
they're
like a stone.
ginormous. Yeah,
And like they do that at the end of the Eternals movie, and you're like, why has that never come up in 12 years of Marvel movies if all of this stuff happened hundreds of years beforehand?
right.
Like, hey, what's up with
Or
that big old
thousands of years,
stone hand out
yeah.
there?
Like
Anybody investigate Stonehand?
Maybe they cleaned it up.
Stonehenge. How about Stonehenge? No.
Stoner, I hardly
Exactly.
knew her.
Yep. Stonehenge jobs out in the middle of the ocean.
Stonehand Steve Austin.
What?
But anyway,
Stone Cold.
It's one of the better Marvel movies. I mean, like right there with the last Spider-Man movie. Like, I thought it was good enough. But again, like I said, I've watched all the stuff. So you've got stuff that's connected to like Doctor Strange and fucking the WandaVision show. It's connected to that, and the Marvels and Captain Marvel and the Endgame. So like all that stuff is like connected to it. I don't know. I liked it. You should see it.
That's our official 4-star rating here on my show.
I can watch it. I can watch it for free now, so I'll watch it.
And the price is right. So
price of on the house.
Our favorite price.
Speaking of Marvel properties, I've been playing Marvel Midnight Suns, which is a game on the old Xbox there.
What?
And
I've never heard of that.
Yeah, it's a turn-based card building game. So you build your deck for each one of the characters, and so like, Captain America has a move called Kerpang, and he throws a shield and it hits a guy. Or he has a shield bounce and it hits it's an AoE attack for everybody, in a certain area. So on and so forth. And like you take turns and you attack, and it has a pretty decent story, and I've had a lot of fun playing it. And I'm surprised because, I'm resistant to, hey, check out this new superhero that came out of nowhere that we made for this game.
Yeah.
I'm not really usually down for that. But they created this character called the Hunter, and like after a while, you're like, okay, yeah, this guy's all right. I can get behind this. Like you do a little customization, you make him look like a goof bag, and
wait, they created a new, but they already have a Hunter.
Well, his name is Hunter.
It's just Hunter.
Yeah, like you're Lilith. You're the son of Lilith, and you're trying to stop Lilith from taking over the universe.
Is that related to Kramer?
Yes.
Okay.
Kramer versus Kramer.
No, the one from Cheers.
Oh, I thought you were talking about the one from Seinfeld.
Kramer Frasier.
Frasier
Crane. Frasier Crane. Yeah, there we go.
Have you watched any of the new Frasier?
I didn't know there was a new one.
Yeah, they've done at least one episode because I've seen that, but they've done a whole new season of Frasier, and it's adequate.
Yeah, my parents watched it and they enjoyed it. For people that did not enjoy the original Frasier series.
Yeah, because I didn't like that either.
My dad was like, yeah, he just didn't like the original Frasier, but they liked Kelsey Grammer. So like they liked him in radio. Was it on Radio City or something like that? Joe Rogan was on a TV show for a while, and Frasier and Kelsey Grammer was in News Radio.
Kelsey Grammer wasn't on News Radio.
Radio was like when what's his name was
Phil Hartman.
Yeah. Oh wait, was Kelsey Grammer was the Frasier character on Cheers?
Yes.
Okay, so that's it then. Mom and Dad liked Cheers, so they liked him. So when they did the Frasier show, they started watching it, and they're just like, nope,
Yeah,
not for us.
because he
And
wasn't
then-
the same character,
Mhm.
and yeah,
I watched one episode and I realized I came to realize that Frasier is the butt of every joke, and that's the joke.
Mhm.
And I was like, oh, I get it. He purports himself to be this highbrow intellectual who knows everything and knows everyone. But when the rubber meets the road, he's a bumbling idiot who fucks up every single time.
Mhm.
And like, that's actually pretty funny. I get it.
No, I like there was one episode, or maybe
That's
I
right,
just saw the
yeah.
clip where Frasier, his brother, was that David?
David Hyde Pierce.
Yeah, David Hyde Pierce played his brother, right?
Yeah.
And then they're out at a restaurant that their dad used to take him to when they were kids, and Frasier and his brother are just like shitting on the place the whole time because it's not like it's just a regular place to go eat. It's not something fancy. And their dad freaks out on them, and then like the staff freaks out on them, and they're just like, "Oh, we're being assholes." Yeah, this food's actually not that bad. It just doesn't have a fancy French name and bullshit.
And
there's
that's
no tossed salad and scrambled eggs.
Mhm.
tossed salads.
Going
I
again.
always thought that was a sexual thing.
Yeah. Baby, how you like your eggs? Fried or
Fried or
fertilized.
fried or fertilized. Yeah, so let's see what else. I had corporate in the house today. Been cleaning my fucking warehouse and office for like a week and a half.
Gonna say something about that your job, because I'd thought the whole thing about that place being a front, but then I realized what you guys do is kind of like the same thing as what Home Depot does, or Lowe's, whichever one it is we used to go get doors from and installed the doors. Like it's like that same thing, but you're the warehouse for Costco instead of Costco actually having warehouses, because Costco doesn't have warehouses.
Right.
Mhm.
It's like the same. So it's not. It's less
Same,
or
but
less
different.
money laundering front than I thought before. But still, it
Mhm.
seems like kind of a waste of money.
Oh, it's a huge waste of money, and they realized that they goofed and put us in a building that we're going to have to move out of in 2 years or out of the entire area.
Which explain both parts.
Well, so the warehouse that I'm in is about a 6,000 foot square foot warehouse, and it doesn't have enough room. I currently have like 50 jobs on the floor, and I don't have enough room for them. And what they thought was going to be an office and sales office and sort of showroom deal has not come to fruition to this point. And they're realizing wiring the place for internet is going to be a lot more expensive than they thought it was going to be. And there's a lot of building problems. Like earlier this week, there was a sewer pipe that just spit out on the brand new carpet.
Oh,
And so, yeah, I had to clean that. But like we don't have light switches. We don't have like light facings on light switches. We don't really like. I just figured out the hot water heater wasn't turned on, so I went and turned on the hot water heater.
You caught the building on fire.
how long have you been there?
7 months.
That's what yeah.
They're like, you wash your hands with cold water, damn it.
Well,
We're
I
men
mean,
in a
usually we didn't have toilet paper, so I wouldn't shit at work. So I would just
Fair.
wait till I got home. So you go and then I would go number one outside like an animal. Because instead of walking for 5 minutes holding a pee, I may as well just walk around the corner of the building and whip it
Right.
out.
Right.
Like
Mm-hmm.
both my colleague and I understood what it meant when you went around the corner of the warehouse. You're either looking for blackberries or peeing, maybe both.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes both,
You
right?
Sometimes both.
get yourself a little snacky snack while you're leaking.
Well, I mean, realistically, it's a huge blackberry bush, so you can eat
Mhm.
a good amount of blackberries and then,
Yeah.
just whip it out.
Fair. Sometimes you got to eat in the bush before you whip it out.
Yep. But yeah, so I definitely spent a long time cleaning that place, and the Costco dude showed up, spent all of about 5 minutes in the place, and hit the road. typical corporate visit.
Yeah.
But
I hope someday I have a corporate job where I have to go to places where they will clean up, and I will look everywhere.
just like, oh my
just,
God, this
just
is
so
filthy.
the one time someone actually looks around, like, did you guys clean in here? Oh man, that's really good. That way, for the rest of time, they will believe someone will look.
Right.
Well, yeah, and on top of that, they'll feel justified, and they'll feel. I would have felt so seen if like the dude said, "Hey, it looks really nice around here."
Right.
Mhm.
You know, if someone had just said that, I would have been like, "Wow, thank you." But right now, I'm in the mood that I need to send myself an email, CCing my boss and saying, "I'd like to thank everybody who helped me get this place ready for the Costco visitors over this last week and a half. I couldn't have done it without each and every one of you in this email thread. So thank you."
No, just word it. I'd like to thank everyone there, especially me, and especially the hard hours worked by me
I'd like to
and
thank
everything
me.
else I did. You're
like to
welcome,
thank
and
me.
thank
to
you.
apologize. Absolutely no one.
Yeah. Thank you, and you're welcome.
Thank you and good night. It's like when they had on Labor Day, they had the audacity to make some post about like, "Oh, we'd like to thank all of our hard workers for their work on Labor Day," and I just responded, "You're welcome."
Or just reply, just say Jake. My name's
Just say,
Jake.
"My name's Jake." Just get it right. Just
Yeah.
quit calling me Jacob. That's all I want.
Stop calling me everyone. My name's Jake.
Yeah, I'm the one that does it. I am the. You are the ones who are the ball lickers. Oh God, yeah. Seriously, so my boss called me. Like, my boss's boss called me and told me this shit was going down, and so I'm like, yeah, okay, no problem. I'll get it cleaned up. I got this. I know what I'm doing. Then my boss calls me. I'm like, hey, do you understand? Like, when you hired me, I said this to him. I said it on the phone. I was like, David,
Yeah.
when you hired, not you, different guy. When you hired me, you met a very professional person who was courteous and charming. I am that person, but it's been very pissed off lately. Let me be charming. Like, oh, that makes sense.
That does make sense.
Let me be professional. I can do it. And I've just been doing this whole. I told my colleague, I'm like, I'm trying to build a whole cult of personality where everybody who works with me likes me except for like 2 people.
Wait, say that again. You're trying to build a what?
A cult of
Cultural
personality.
personality. Don't know the words.
And kidney beans.
Oh my God, it's CM Punk.
Oh no, there goes my tricep again.
Oh no, I suck again.
Oh no, I suck
See that
again.
video where he's screaming at the camera? I didn't wait 10 years to lose the Dusty's kid, and they
And then
lost the
loses.
Dusty's kid.
Yeah, and then tore his tricep in the process.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Oh my God, there's a lot of feelings going on around wrestling right now.
Well, it's actually seemed to have gotten at least me interested in wrestling, kind of. I've been paying attention a little bit.
Are you talking about what's going on in the ring or out of the ring?
But yeah.
I did see a video of The Rock slapping Cody Rhodes.
I didn't see that.
That just happened.
Yeah, like just happened
2 hours
like
ago.
today.
On what?
On this day.
On what?
On
On
planet
this
Earth.
day.
At Radio Row, where Pat McAfee's show is.
Oh, really?
So The Rock was on Pat Mac. Hey, stop, Siri. Nobody's talking to you, bitch. So The Rock was on Pat McAfee today, and Pat McAfee was pretty excited. And then they did like a whole WrestleMania thing.
And he called him Cody Crybabies. I saw that part.
Yeah. So this is like way later in the day, this whole thing. Pat McAfee just happened to be there. And like The Rock and Cody Rhodes are standing like face to face, like a face off for some reason. And everybody booed The Rock because they're Cody Crybabies. And then The Rock slapped Cody Rhodes, which like when I watched it, I was like, oh, that's a wrestling slap. Like he made it look good. And
like the whole body moves.
He didn't do the full like stomp to make the ring, but it was like you could see that when he hit him, like his hand went with the face instead of like trying to knock his fucking block off, like the slap league.
Right.
So it was, and that was pretty much it. Like people booed and this and that. And
is The Rock coming back and he's going back to being a heel?
I'll be a heel. Fuck, I don't care. Yeah, exactly.
Like, do you know how rich I am?
Hollywood Rock Part 2.
Yeah.
He's like, I already asked all of America to give me money to send to Maui. I can be the heel.
And now he's playing Maui again.
Yeah, in Moana 2, Electric Boogaloo.
And they're actually asking America to pay his salary.
And and he's like, hey, America, I need you to send money to me, The Rock.
Yeah.
Because I got that name back now.
I'm Maui.
That'll be when he runs for president. And
I'm burned out and depleted.
He said he doesn't want to be president. He's like,
yeah, that's what everyone says.
I make more money doing this, I think.
Yeah, but it's all about being president, Dwayne The Rock Johnson.
Yeah, if he becomes president, like the idiocracy circle.
Right.
Well, I mean, we already kind of hit it with 45.
Yeah.
But we need somebody more like Terry Crews.
Yeah.
If only Arnold could be a naturalized citizen.
Yeah, that's really what we need.
I was just gonna get on and do it, but I want to. I'll tell you about it because I just started doing it during dinner. I thought it was really funny, and I want to do it when we play Call of Duty sometime. If we're playing and like a random third joins our lobby, I'm just going to start talking like an Austrian player. Is my and I am new at the game, but I'm learning very very quickly. And I can talk about the things that I know about the gun. I know. And
then you could be the third most famous Austrian.
And then I just continue just whatever I say. Oh, watch out for the AI. It's over there.
No, ask people where.
He sounds like a less aggressive Nazi though.
No. You start asking the other players where they.
Austrians were not Nazis. That's a misnomer. You should not say that. It's
No, you start asking other players where they're hiding the AI.
Where are you hiding?
Where are you hiding the AI?
Yes, where are you hiding them?
Where are you hiding the AI? Are they in the attic?
Underneath the floor.
That would be a really funny move to do. Like, if you hear somebody in the building you're in, just like go into a Nazi hunting Jews.
Where are you hiding them?
Where are the Jews?
I don't know.
I've told you guys about doing that at Sherm's before, right?
No.
Sarah and I were I was looking for juice, and I said, "Where is the juice?"
Not the laugh.
Because I was with Sarah, and we needed orange juice, and I walked up to one of the people working. I was like, "Where is the juice?" And Sarah looks at me like, wide-eyed, like, "I can't believe you just did that in public."
She did not see that coming.
Because I had said it at the house before.
We got 2 looks from Jake that. Oh, relax the cheeks.
Yeah. Or you guys have heard the Nazi knock knock joke, right?
Oh God, yeah.
I did this to a buddy of mine.
Viva asked the questions.
Yeah, I did it to a buddy of mine. He came back. We were at Korean barbecue up in Washington, and it was like my last like Korean barbecue night because we used to do it like twice a month. All the guys would get together. And he gets back, and we're all just like cracking up. And I was like, "Hey, have you heard my Nazi knock knock joke?" He's like, "What?" I was like, "Knock knock." And he's like, "Who's there?" And I just stand up and I open hand slap the shit out of him in front of everybody. And I'm like loud because I'm drunk already. I'm like, "We will be asking the questions." And everyone, like the whole restaurant, just gets quiet. And I was just like, "Oh."
David, that sort of aggression is it's not well looked upon in public when you're at a restaurant. People are trying to enjoy their food. They're trying to enjoy the pretzels, the schnitzel, the mustards.
3.
They're trying to have their beers and their ales and enjoy themselves. And you're out here slapping the people and telling them that you will be asking the questions. And there are many people in the restaurant who will be asking questions like, "What kind of things do you have on the menu? What sort of beers do you have? May I have
where are the showers
napkin?"
located?
There are also Will come slap the shit out of you.
And then you'll be asking the questions.
So how about that basketball game, boys?
We were just up 17 a second ago.
A whole bunch to not very much right now.
Yeah, fuck those fucks.
I remember when they brought in Coach Hopkins up here, and I'd seen Syracuse play, and I was like, oh, okay, the 2-3, similar problem in Syracuse is what Oregon has.
Yeah.
You want to run the 2-3, you gotta teach the guys the 2-3, and if you got guys who really know how to run the 2-3, it's devastating, and you can make a tournament run. But if you don't, you just got a bunch of shooters and slashers.
The last time Syracuse had that, though, was Carmelo Anthony's freshman year, I think.
Well, that's the year that won the championship. They were pretty good in 13 and 14 when I got to watch them at the tournament.
When they won the championship, they had so much fucking length. And if you can play a 2-3 with length or really fucking fast guys, like it's unstoppable. Like it's stupid. You don't need a 7-footer in the middle because you can do it with a 6'9" dude with a 7'3" wingspan and 2 6'6" dudes. Like
we overcame that in high school with me being the tallest dude in a 2-1-2 matchup zone with me in the middle because I had this ridiculous wingspan and I could just stand in the middle of the lane. I'm like, well, you're not throwing it past me.
Right.
And you're like, nothing goes over my head. My reflexes are too quick.
I would catch it.
So couple questions about basketball. What do you guys think the average height of the NBA player is?
6'6".
You think 6'6"? I've always thought that was kind of like the average was 6'6".
I was gonna say like 6'4.5" or something like that.
Yeah, because you got your smaller guys in the backcourt, right? And I can't. But that's the other thing.
Even Steph Curry is 6'3", and he looks like a
right, and that's
small like Lilliputian out there.
Because I've never been to a
6'6".
The only time I've been to a basketball game, like a Ducks game, I sat like way up in the top, so you know they all still look small because they're all on the court with big dudes. So like even a big guy looks small.
Yeah.
And my other question is, so I know about the 2-3 and man. Are there other defenses in basketball?
There's a ton of defenses.
Okay.
Yeah, you can do all sorts of stuff, and it gets weird at certain points because like once you get into matchup zones.
Box and 1, triangle and 2.
Yeah. The matchup zone to me is the weirdest because it's like it's usually predetermined by a number of passes by the offense or the coaches call it. Like Oregon used to do it. They haven't done it this year, but in the past they've done it on the third pass. They would go from a zone to a matchup like immediately. Like whoever they were closest to, they would match up with. And they were good at it, but I haven't seen them do it this year.
Okay, so you're just running a zone, like a regular zone.
Like a 2-3 or to be like a 2-1-2 is what Oregon would do most of the time.
2-1-2, okay. And then just like you said, third pass, then they would just drop in. They would switch it in the middle of the possession, right?
They would just stick with who they were closest to most of the time.
So the defense I'm most familiar with the 2-1-2 matchup is basically if the ball's at the top of the key, it's a standard 2-1-2. And for those of you who don't understand basketball, there's 2 guys at the top, 1 guy in the middle, and 2 guys at the bottom. And if the ball rotated to either wing, the guard would take the ball, and then it would essentially shift into a 1-3-1 facing the ball. So for whoever, if the wing, once the wing has the ball, he's being played man to man, and behind that is 3 guys and then 1 guy, and everybody is looking in the passing lanes. Like skip passes against this are a really bad idea because you've got 4 people looking to go take off and go to the races.
Right.
And then back to the top, it rotates back, and if you rotate down to the bottom, that guy who's guarding, he rotate, or actually this guy down here rotates out and then this rotates down, he rotates in, and and then it just shifted. It was essentially, it felt like doing a power play defense in hockey, but for basketball. And then we match that with a 3/4 court press. There's a lot of running.
Which is what Oregon runs a lot still. Like they don't really press, but it's like it's almost like a lazy trap.
Yeah.
Like they're waiting to see if you're gonna throw the wrong pass, and if you do, most of these college teams don't. But at the worst, it takes times off the shot clock.
And occasionally they do, and it's hilarious when they do.
And college shot clock, isn't it longer?
30 seconds.
30.
Yeah.
Okay, so there's 5 more.
Yeah, so 6. Yeah, you get down to
6 24. Yeah.
You get down to the court with 18 seconds on the clock instead of 24. Yeah, it's a big difference.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I finally saw Oregon's shot clock. Yeah, like high school games now have shot clock.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Finally. Holy shit.
Yeah.
Welcome to the 21st century.
I went to pick up Riv 2 weeks ago, and her mom had her a game, and I'm like, oh, they have a shot clock. Well, that would have been fun.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, I don't care enough to watch any of it.
I had to. Yeah, I played in a stall one game. I hated it.
The stall feels so stupid.
We won, but we stalled. Yeah. So
yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I can't imagine that's fun for anybody.
It wasn't. I came play fucking basketball, not fucking stand here.
Mm-hmm. If I wanted to stand around and not get a whole lot done during a whole game, I'd play baseball.
Yeah.
Oh, it's probably almost baseball time, huh?
It is 50 days until time. Opening day.
Yeah. Spring training started like 46 days ago.
Jesus. Spring doesn't even start for another month and a half.
Yeah,
that's why they go to Arizona and Florida.
You can't tell that. Did you see the kid with the most baseball name ever, Ichiro Kano Hernandez?
Yeah, yeah, he just got signed by somebody. I didn't see, from Mexico. I can't remember who he got signed by, but yeah, Ichiro Kano Hernandez.
And in another cool story, the Mariners signed Jackson Smith and Jigba's brother to a deal.
Mm-hmm.
And Jackson Smith and Jigba plays for the Seahawks, so we got the brothers playing their sports in same city, which is always a neat story.
That one took me a while because I didn't know who that was, and it kept saying like, we got the brother, like on the Seattle's.
He's like, yeah, he's black. Who cares?
Yeah, I don't care. Like, we get a lot of brothers that play in baseball. Like, it's not.
We keep them for a year and then we trade them to another team where they go be all-stars.
Yeah, exactly. Like, this isn't 1920. They can play with us now.
We have a whole Jackie Robinson day.
They all have to wear 42, or is that like an old thing?
They all wear 42.
Mm-hmm. It was a joke.
Oh, speaking of fucking getting people stirred up, oh my god. I'm still getting comments about it just because I made some comment that. So somebody got mad that Gay Pride Month is a thing, and they said, yeah. So and the classic refrain, they get a month and veterans only get a day. And I said, okay, let's hold on for a minute. You cannot, in good faith, argue that this country does not deify its veterans at every possible opportunity. I love the veteran. I love our troops as much as anybody, but let's be honest. I haven't been to a sporting event that didn't have a veteran fan of the game in years. There's flyovers. We sing the anthem. Like, everything is like, every major retailer has a veteran discount.
Is the singing of the anthem like a veteran thing?
No.
When they do flyovers and they have military branches bring the flag out, yes, it does.
I don't think those are mutually exclusive.
Cool.
When the military paid the NFL to start doing it, yeah, it's about military recruitment. In the early 2000s, the United States military paid the NFL to start doing big opening ceremonies with the national anthem to drive patriotism and drive up recruitment.
Wouldn't surprise me.
Oh yeah, I've heard that too.
In any event, all I'm
saying, I don't give a shit about the NFL because I didn't think about it that way. Because I was thinking, well, what are the Ducks don't give a shit about I mean, like they do their veteran player of the game or whatever.
Right. I'm not saying that the veterans don't deserve recognition. What I'm saying is that they definitely get recognition.
Right, because there's definitely not a gay player of the week or whatever. In every
Right.
Welcome to
yeah.
Oregon's Gay of the
Unless-
Day.
Unless they're playing the Huskies, and then it's just the whole other team.
Yeah,
Hey.
it's a whole week
But
long.
you know, and honestly, who cares? You know, it's also my opinion
Huskies.
that veterans did what they did so people could have these freedoms.
My dad is.
I may be wrong.
serving the army.
Yeah.
I may be off base, but
Mhm.
like that seems to be like the protection of like our rights and freedoms seems to be like a
Mhm.
pretty big deal when it comes to being in the military. So fuck me,
No,
I
I
guess.
get what you're saying, like, because I don't really care, like that. There's a whole month, like
But you're a regular person.
the month rolls around. Every major corporation becomes black or gay. They
They're
talk
black
about
this month.
Yep,
yeah,
it's-
they talk about how black they are as a company, and then February ends, and then they go back to being regular. Like, it's all just sales.
Yeah, it's all just sales.
It's all sales,
it's
sales
all
ploys
marketing.
and stuff. Yeah. Yeah. So like when people get irritated about the month, I'm like, I jokingly get irritated about it because it's the same month. It's the same month as Asian Pacific Pride Month, and it's my birthday.
It's your birthday month.
Yeah. So I will jokingly be like, I don't care about these gays and their month, blah blah blah. But you guys know that I don't care. Everyone's gay once in a while.
It's okay. I'm not gay any of the way. Anyway.
Green Day is just really happy that they didn't make their song "Wake Me When June Ends," because then somebody would have been really mad.
Mm-hmm.
Or
And
February.
Like,
No,
what's that supposed to mean?
You want February to be over?
Wake
see.
me up
Mhm.
when February ends.
And
It
they
doesn't have
really
the same
enunciated
ring.
that extra R in there, didn't they?
February. Hard
You-
R.
February Hard
Yep.
R is the name of this
Writing that
episode.
down.
Wait, do you guys not say February?
No.
What? Wait, say it again.
February.
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 It just sounds like someone punched me in the mouth right when I get to the B. February.
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 It's
When
like-
I say
It's the opposite of library.
Mhm. I say
Right.
I say brary when I'm saying it like February or Feb. I put an R
February.
where it's not supposed to be when I
Right.
say it loud.
I feel my stomach like starting to turn trying to say it. Is that
It's
weird?
weird. It's a
Mhm.
little weird.
I don't like
what-
it. I don't like it.
Your stomach is turning talking about
I feel
February.
like I'm gonna throw up. I'm not even making a joke. That's weird. I don't like
February.
it. Don't change the word.
It's not that.
Stop.
It's like sherbet. It's no R. It's not sherbet.
Yeah, see, I say sherbet. I love
Sherbet.
I have got like, do you guys say pecan or pecan?
Pecan.
I've
I
said
try to not say
pecan.
it because Jake says it the other way, so
Yeah.
I just don't say it anymore.
I've always said pecan, especially
caramel.
Caramel?
caramel,
Yeah, see?
aluminium.
No, aluminum.
No, yeah, it's America. It's aluminum. But all the Southern guys would always be like, "It's
Hey.
pecan," and so I really hit the enunciation on pecan now because I used to always do it all the time just to piss them off.
I've heard someone say peckin, and I was like, no, that's definitely
Yeah,
wrong.
there's two ways. There's two arguments to this, and that is not one of them. Get out of here with their pecking.
Hill I will die on. It's a fucking filbert. It's not a hazelnut.
I don't know either of them.
It's a filbert.
Okay.
I know which one you're talking about.
God damn it.
Mhm.
Yeah. Filbert.
So did the younger brothers end up going to?
Yeah,
this
they're
game?
there. Well, Ben
Hell
sent
yeah.
a picture, and Bales said he almost got kicked out and told CMS he had a small dick.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
I
they're there.
remember that now. I was playing Call of Duties.
You're like, oh yeah, I remember. It was a long time ago.
That was a long time ago in a galaxy
Minutes
far away.
ago.
Many
It's like an
minutes.
hour and 29 minutes ago.
It was very long ago. Yeah, Ducks are
A
still
lot's
up
happened
14.
since then.
Many buckets. Many buckets ago.
Many buckets ago.
I thought you said mini buckets.
When I was
the
running
small
around
ones?
indigenously, mini buckets.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
I've been so Reservoir Dogs come out with a new season, right?
Yeah. You mean
Because
Reservation Dogs?
Yeah, I was
Reservation.
like,
Yeah,
wait,
that's
not
why.
a show.
Yeah, I've been saying a Reservoir
Doo-doo-doo.
Dogs.
We're sorry.
Yeah, Reservation Dog, because I've been seeing a lot more new clips with William Knifeman, and I haven't watched that show, but it's on my list. Like I want to watch it just because of him. I don't know if the rest of the show is garbage or if it's good, but I want to see his character like all the time, always.
I want to watch This Fool. That I heard that's pretty good.
I don't know that one.
It's a show on Hulu. It's about the Chicano culture.
Mm.
Oh,
But, yeah.
like Foo?
Yeah, This Fool. Like
Ooh.
Lean like a cholo. I watched a movie on Hulu today because I was tired of watching whatever was on TV. And
The Office.
No, The Office doesn't come on until 6 now, like
What?
most days. Yeah, it's kind of bullshit. Seinfeld is on at like 1 or 2, and then a lot of times they're playing South Park way too much. Like, I get it. You guys have 1,000 episodes.
I get overloaded on South Park, and there's definitely a sweet spot for South Park, and there's and after a while, it's like, okay, these episodes are ass.
Do you remember hearing about Freelance? It was John Cena and Allison Brie.
Vaguely.
I barely remembered, but I was like, it's 2023 movie. Let's watch it. And I was like, I kind of think Allison Brie would get it. She comes out of like a shower and she's like this, like holding her boobs and squishing them down. I'm like, what's up?
Allison Brie, I can't remember who that one is.
That's the one from Community, the dark-haired chick.
Oh, yep, I love her.
Yeah.
See, like, John Cena is one of those dudes that makes it. He's like Henry Cavill in that he makes it hard on the rest of us. It's not fair that you can act and be funny and be buff and be charismatic and all this shit. And have a fucking, it's got a knee in it. And then you got fucking Henry Cavill who does all that shit and is a huge like Warhammer nerd.
Such a nerd and
he's a huge fucking geek. And like they had the writers on The Witcher hated him because he's sitting there like, no, that's not what The Witcher would do. I played The Witcher, like this is bullshit. He wouldn't do that. And they're like, well, we're not rewriting it. And he's like, well, I'm not doing it because it's not what The Witcher would do.
Right? like that dude, Henry Cavill. It's like pick one, dude. You can't be everything, and you are.
Can't be Superman. It's not fair to read Superman and be Superman.
Yeah. Yeah, that's fair.
All right.
Anyway, this movie, it was John Cena plays a guy who was in the military. It was like a Green Beret or Special Forces or something like that. He wasn't a
Marine.
Yeah, he wasn't. Yes, exactly. And then now he's a lawyer. And Christian Slater shows up and is like, hey, so you're working for Sabre. No.
Sabre.
And he's like, I own a personal protection company like Dave wanted to be in. Oh, what was it? CDI was the name of the company. And John Cena's like, CDI, chicks dig it. And he's like, what?
That's what I was thinking.
Right? That's what I thought too. I was like, yeah, chicks dig it.
Chicks dig it.
But anyway, Allison Brie is like a reporter, and she's like, oh, I'm going to go interview this fake country's dictator because he's never interviewed, blah, blah, blah. And so she gets John Cena to be her personal protection, even though Cena is a lawyer. And I don't know. That's kind of the start of the movie, and it goes through all their hijinks, like
their wacky adventures.
Somebody tries to kill him, and John Cena's like, "Hey, I can shoot."
And they couldn't hit John Cena because they couldn't see him.
They couldn't see him. They didn't know he was there. Yeah, it worked out well for him.
And speaking of fake countries, have you guys seen that clip about the Transformers Middle Eastern dictator?
No.
And like the old like 80s Transformers cartoon, there's a Middle Eastern like dictator that they're fighting, and he's the supreme leader of Carbomia. And I'm just like, that's hilarious.
That is awesome.
Yeah, I was like,
I used to watch Transformers, but I don't remember that. Stop letting these fucks get back into the game. They're only
Honestly,
down 6
though.
now.
Yeah.
I'm getting really annoyed with it.
How much time on the clock?
4 minutes.
4 minutes and 23 seconds.
4:40 on mine.
Oh.
Jake's 20 seconds ahead. He's in the future.
I live in the future.
Welcome future man.
I'm Futureman.
Old Futureman Jake.
Dave Futureman.
Jake Futureman.
Oh, right.
Sorry, I forgot my name.
Sorry, that one's on me.
Oh, dude.
This is a 20-point game like a minute ago.
I found my
Yeah, I don't know what's going on there.
I found my bow tie for the Golden Globe show.
Oh.
Nice.
It's this company called Brackish bow ties.
Brackish.
And they use like feathers and stuff like that from peacocks and different birds and stuff like that. It looks fancy as hell.
You're gonna wear a bird feather bow tie?
Yeah.
You're gonna wear a bird tie.
Well, it doesn't look like feathers, but it's made out of them.
Yeah.
But it really screams, "Hey, I'm fancy and I like birds."
I mean, that's what a peacock does.
Mm-hmm.
Literally.
Peacock, peacock.
There used to be peacocks over there behind Abby's.
Dude, they're so fucking annoying.
And it was like, I remember not knowing what that sound was. And then once I learned, I was even more confused as to why they were there. Like, wait, so there's just peacocks. There were some that lived out Brittle. And then there were these.
Mm-hmm.
Do we have wild peacocks still?
I'm sure we do.
Not in Oregon.
Wait. Are you sure? Because
well, I mean, there might be some introduced peacocks in the wild in Oregon, but it's not like a native species.
I type in peacock and I get Peacock Inn in Roseburg. Did you want to go there? No, I don't.
No,
Nobody wants to go there.
Nobody.
Peacock native.
The old top of the cock.
National bird native area. Let's try that. Oh, South Asia, including India, Pakistan, Sri Lanka, Java, and Myanmar. Well, hey.
The Golden Triangle.
I thought Myanmar was a fake country for the longest time when I was a kid. I was like, there's no place called Myanmar.
Just because you heard it on Top Gun.
Yeah.
These people,
listen,
they could have been anywhere in the world to hear with us. We appreciate that. Make sure you watch this on YouTube if you want to see the whole meal deal and watch basketball today. But for this episode, this edition of my show, good night, universe.
That's a podcast.
Hey,
good night,
son of a bitch.
Make sure to go and check out definitelynotsellingdrugs.com.